Yo, how's it going, everybody? So today I'm just going to take a quick look at the prospect of running a RocketPool node on AWS. So this is an obvious idea that you might want to try to do if you want to stake your Ethereum. RocketPool gives you much better yields than using the standard staking pools. So the only issue with that is that you need to have your own hardware at your house, and you need to have a stable internet connection and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, seems to make a lot of sense to run a RocketPool node on AWS as long as the price is right. But I didn't see anybody on YouTube that had the pricing worked out for this system yet. So I'm just gonna do a quick video on showing you what those prices are. All right, so here we have the RocketPool node requirements. So what we need is stable internet connection. Of course, anything with AWS is going to have a stable internet connection. 1 megabyte of bandwidth a second, which is pretty low for AWS computers. No data cap. So AWS is going to charge you per gigabyte of data that you send out. So the RocketPool node doesn't actually tell you. It says that you're going to use about 1.4 terabytes, which is, I think, down a little bit lower. It doesn't tell you whether that's data ingress or egress. So ingress means data coming into the computer. Egress means data coming from your RocketPool node out to the internet. So just as a worst case scenario, we're going to take that 1.4 terabytes to mean that it's all data egress. Stable electricity, of course. A computer with sufficient specs, whatever, we're going to be able to build the specs in AWS. So what you need is quad-core CPU. AWS can run Linux, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 2 terabytes of SSD storage. So that's pretty simple. Let's go ahead and go over to the AWS pricing calculator, which is right here, calculator.aws, and create an estimate. So we're going to look for an EC2 instance, which is an elastic compute instance. We need to have a computer that is running Linux, so we need an EC2 instance. And we'll go ahead and do an advanced estimate. I believe US East is normally one of the cheapest, so we'll just leave that there. Operating system Linux, consistent usage. So we're going to grab 4 virtual CPUs, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and up to 5 gigabit. So again, we only need a megabyte a second, which is significantly less than a gigabit. So we'll grab this A1X large, which is the cheapest machine that fits our specs. And I believe for the plans, we can use the savings plan. I think this is one of the lowest. So this means that you're basically going to commit to using this machine for some number of years. And I think the more years that you use, the better. So let's assume that we're going to run this for like at least 3 years. We need an SSD. So storage amount is going to be 2,000 gigabytes, which is 2 terabytes. Snapshot frequency. This, I'm not really sure how much we need this for RocketPool, but let's just say we're going to do a weekly snapshot with 50 gigabytes that changes every time we make a snapshot. I'm actually not sure how much this is going to affect the cost of the storage. So if we change this from 50 to 500, you can see that we basically end up paying a couple, like $10 extra a month. So probably this isn't going to be that big of a deal for the total calculation, because 500 gigabytes would mean that we're like, that's probably a lot more than is changing every month, because presumably most of this this 2 terabytes is the blockchain, and we're 500 gigabytes would be like a quarter of that 2 terabytes. So then data transfer. So again, data transfer into the machine doesn't cost anything. We can put any number in here. Data transfer out is the thing that's going to cost us money, which again, we're just going to assume 1.4 terabytes. So Amazon doesn't like decimals here, so we'll just go with 2 terabytes. And you can see that this actually has a pretty serious cost, about $180. So depending on what this is, this could end up being significantly reduced. So RocketPool said that we're going to need 1.4 terabytes a month from their node requirements page here, which was about here. Running nodes uses about 1.4 terabytes of data per month. So let's just say 1 terabyte here to I don't know, hopefully that 1.4, at least 400 of those gigabytes are data coming in. So that just the data itself costs about $92. And you can see that basically this whole system costs something like $350 a month to run. So that's basically the cost. Just a quick back of the envelope sort of calculation for people who are interested. Feel free to let me know in the comments if there is anything that I got wrong here. I am not the most familiar with exactly what RocketPool needs, but this was just something I was looking into and didn't see anybody else had this up on YouTube already. So thank you guys so much for watching the video, and have a good day.